Peace and blessings, beautiful souls. I am Jeannie Muhammad, your global happiness expert. Thank you for being here with me today. I am thankful. I'm just thankful that you decided to spend some of your time with me today. I know that you could have taken time to be anywhere else, but you decided that you would spend your time, part of your life, with me. For that, I am grateful. This is positivity is the key. I would like you to visit my website. My business is Freedom to Live, and my website is Jeannie at IamJeannieM.com. And on my website, you will be able to learn more about me. You can purchase my books. In addition to being a happiness expert, I am also a holistic wellness coach, an assertive and confidence coach, an empowerment speaker. I am the author of 5 books and self-development books. They all can be purchased from my website. Also, at my website, you will be able to visit my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Jeannie Muhammad, but you can click on a link in my website to be able to go to my YouTube channel and view other videos that I have made. And I know that you will find something there that will empower you. I have not always been a happiness expert. I have not always been happy. Of course, there were moments, happy moments in my life. There were, events that happened that I was happy. And even though I grew up in an abusive household, there were happy moments. Um, there were some great moments that my mother mostly provided for us. So there were moments of happiness. But that's not the kind of happiness that I'm talking about, because sometimes we go looking for happiness in all the wrong places. We are looking for happiness on the outside of ourselves, and we put our happiness into the hands of others and give them that power to either provide it or take it. And they will provide moments of happiness for us, just as things will provide moments of happiness for us. But that's not the kind of happiness that I'm talking about. I'm talking about that happiness that we take responsibility for giving to ourselves, that happiness that comes from within, that happiness that we take the time to examine what it is that we need in order to be happy. This is something that comes from within. And once we find that kind of happiness, no one can take it from us. We can relinquish it because we have control over it. It's the kind of happiness that passes all understanding. It's that happiness that when things around you are chaotic, when things around you are just flying off the wall and everybody around you may be in a down state, but you can still have that peace inside of you, that inner peace, that serenity, because that is something that you know how to provide for yourself. That is true happiness. So, no, I have not always been a happy person. I have not always known how to achieve happiness on a daily basis, on a moment by moment basis. I had to learn that. On my website, you will be able to purchase one of my books, that the first book that I wrote, and it's Take Back Your Pen, How to Rewrite Your Life Story. And that is what I had to do. I had to take back control of my life, and I had to rewrite the story that I had allowed to be written about me. I had to understand that I could change all of that, and I did. I'm still changing. I'm still working on me. I want to talk today about healing from within by standing up. When I say stand up, I mean stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Now, I don't mean that we have to be always confrontational. We don't always have to be yelling and screaming and trying to demand that someone give us the respect that we know we are due. We do not have to do that. I did that at one time. I thought that by yelling and screaming and pounding and that I would be able to get what I knew I deserved, but I didn't know how to go about getting it. I thought that I could get it by just screaming at the top of my lungs, respect me. It didn't work. What did I do to stand up for myself? How did I come to understand that I can demand respect without yelling and screaming? That in fact, sometimes the quieter you are in making a demand, the more attention you will get. When you say something in a quiet tone of voice with strength, it has more impact. I had to learn that. One way to stand up for yourself is to be authentic. Be transparent. Be real. At one time, I spent so much time trying to hide who I am and what I am. And a lot of it I should have been trying to hide because it's not something that anyone should be proud of. So I had to learn that the more you live life in the light And the more you strive to make sure that your life is such that you're not worried about who knows what about you, the happier you are. The more you can stand up for yourself. So be authentic. Sometimes I have been told that I share so much of myself and I tell so many things about me, but I know that a lot of the things that I tell about me are past behaviors. They're things that happened in my past that when I was doing things out of ignorance, things that I'm not proud of today, but I will talk about it. I will tell people about it. My son said something to me a few days ago, and I was telling him, and he was like, "Ooh, mom," I said, "Well, it's in a book. I've already, wrote it in a book. It's available for anyone that will buy my books to read. Take Back Your Pen goes in depth about the things that I have done, abusing alcohol, abusing drugs, being in abusive relationships. It's in a book. Also in the book is what I had to do in order to pull myself up out of where I was. It's in a book. So I'm very transparent. I strive to be very authentic. What you see is what you get. It's less stressful. I don't have to worry about someone saying, well, this is not the way I saw her yesterday, because I really strive to be the same. This is me. This is who I am. It's less stressful and it enables me to stand up for myself and demand respect. Not by yelling, not by screaming, but by who I am. This is who I am, and I respect myself. And because I respect myself, I demand that of you. I can do that. I can stand up for myself. I wasn't able to do that at one time. At one time, I was timid and shy, and I needed everybody's approval. I didn't have confidence in myself. I had really low self-esteem. I was just a mess. And because I know what I had to do in order to come up out of that, it has equipped me to be able to help other people. I can say that I am a life and happiness coach because I truly know and I've lived life. I have seen life from all different sides. I have seen the concept of happiness from all different sides. And because I have, I can speak with authenticity because I know. I know. So I can stand up. I can stand up on that. To stand up for yourself It's small steps. It doesn't happen overnight. I say this quite often about anything when it comes to self-improvement. It doesn't happen overnight. We don't wake up one day or decide one day, oh, I'm going to stand up for my, well, we could decide one day and then rush out and start, doing things that we think will mean we're standing up for ourselves. I did that too. I went way left. And then I had to come back in and find some balance in what I was doing. So I had to take small steps. I took a giant step and it was in the wrong direction. So I had to pivot, re-examine what I was doing and say, okay, now let's go at this in a different manner. So I started taking small steps, accomplishing small things. Oh, that works. I'm going to keep doing that. Ooh, that didn't turn out so well. I don't think I should do that again. Oh, saying it that way gives me what I want. Yelling alienates. So it's those small things that we learn. It's learning how to listen and evaluate, go to the root of the problem. Don't take everything surface. When you stand up for yourself, to really stand on solid ground, we should strive to have all the facts, all the actual facts, so that the ground we're standing on is solid. And that's what we want. We don't want to be standing on shaky ground. We want the ground beneath us to be solid. Because when we stand up for ourselves, we want to stand up so that we are giving justice to the situation. So get clarity before you go into a battle to stand up for yourself. Make sure you have clarity. Make sure you understand exactly what is happening in that particular situation. So don't rush in where angels fear to tread. Don't rush in. Get clarity on the situation. Understand it. So don't be so quick to let our emotions control us. I was that way, quick to anger. Quick. Well, I'm still working on that. Still working on that one. Ooh, I can feel the hot air coming through my nose in a minute. But I'm working on controlling that so that I don't react out of anger and react before I truly get the go to the root of it, clarify everything, and so that when I do respond and I do stand up, that I am standing on firm ground. Don't be quick to anger. Learn to control our emotions. We should learn to control our emotions. Think about the number of times, well, I'm going to think about the number of times when I have said or done something out of that emotional reaction, and it was over the board, just over the board. And then a lot of times you have to end up going back apologizing to someone for the way you reacted, but you were standing up for yourself, you know. So standing up for ourselves takes control. It takes us having control over our emotions. So don't be so quick to get angry. And sometimes be proactive. Don't wait for a calamity to happen. Don't wait for the roof to fall in. Be proactive. Step out in front of a situation. You see a battle coming. Maybe there's some way you can diffuse the situation. Always strive to be proactive. Being proactive is, you learning to control yourself. That's being proactive. Being proactive is going to the root of different situations and clarifying things before you stand up. So don't always, um, wait for something to happen in order for you to decide that, you're going to stand up. Start working on what you need to do to be able to fortify your decisions on what you need to stand up for, because there are some battles that we fight we don't need to fight. There are some battles that are not even our battles, and we fight them. We stand up at the wrong time for the wrong reason. So evaluate. Evaluate different situations, whether it be in your marriage, whether it be with your children, whether it be in your business, your friends, relationships. You know, standing up for ourselves, all of these different scenarios with these different people are going to happen. That's our life. So, how are we going to handle these situations, and how are we going to stand up? Look at things from the other person's perspective. Sometimes all we think about is me, I, instead of putting ourselves in that other person's shoes and looking at it from their viewpoint. Because we don't all think the same. I, at one time, made the mistake of thinking that everybody thought the way I think. And I would wonder, why are they doing that? My oldest son has a saying that I love, and he'll ask me, Mama, where they do that at? Where they do that at? And I have to laugh. I just because sometimes we were like, why they did that? Because we're thinking that they see a situation and a current the way we see it. So look at the other person's perspective. Everybody does not think the same way about the same thing. We see things from different eyes. We hear things with different ears. We come we have different experiences. So my experience shapes the way I see things. My upbringing shapes the way I see things. So when we stand up for ourselves, it also means doing unto others as we would have done unto us. We want others to see things our way. We want others to understand us. So maybe we could try understanding and walking in that other person's shoes for just a moment to get their perspective on things. One thing to remember, you have the power. You have the power. Yes, you do. Stand on that power. Stand up. Stand up for yourself. Not by yelling and screaming and throwing temper tantrums, demanding certain things. Stand up for yourself and demand what is justly yours, your freedom, your justice, and your equality, things that God gave us, things that are our right. Stand up for yourself in a manner in which it will demand respect. That takes knowing yourself. That takes doing that deep down self examination and realizing what it is that is needed for you to make improvements in who you are and be a better person. Be a better person for you. Other people will benefit from it, but do it for you. Stand up for yourself. And if you need help, I'm here. I'm here to help you to learn what is needed to stand up for yourself. Contact me. My website is iamjeannem.com. My email is jeannie@iamjeannem.com. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to being able to assist you to become the person that you desire to be. I know you can do it. Yes, you can. You can stand up for yourself. And until we meet again, I am Jeanne Muhammad, your global happiness expert. Stay blessed and stay safe.